We didn't have this bird's eye fly on the wall view like we do now to how things worked. Now we really know that cliche, all that glitters isn't gold, is very true. But back in the early 90s, people were easily swooned by people who was on TV because that meant a lot. Pulp Post Pulp Fiction success. Following Pulp Fiction, Travolta continued to star in successful films like Get Shorty, I've heard of that, and Face Off, solidifying his comeback. Face Off, another good movie. I'm not sure if Quentin Tarantino had anything to do with it by way of the dialogue, but I say as far as the banter between the two characters, villains versus hero, I could give credit to say that he probably had something to do with the character development, if anything. But the script, no. Let's say between the fight scenes between the hero and the villain in Face Off, maybe alone Quentin probably had a part in it when the two of them, mesh talk between one another. But that's another side thought, not adjacent to Pulp Fiction. Here's a summary. Shouts out X Ministries. Summary: John Travolta's career seemed unstoppable after his success in the late 70s and 80s, but it quickly declined after the commercial failure of Blowout. Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction resurrected Travolta's career, showcasing his talent and range as an actor. As we go back to Wikipedia, under the classification of Pulp Fiction, I continue on reading this wonderful information. I will start as a result of the film's success, Travolta's career was rejuvenated. The film's development, marketing, distribution, and profitability had a sweeping effect on independent cinema. Pulp Fiction is widely regarded as Tarantino's magnum opus. Now, I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast 2 days ago. Shout out Joe Budden because they do have moments on there when I call it bro time, when the bros just really do some real talking, and I learn a lot in those serious, unscripted moments. But the lady that was on there, Melissa Ford, actually was going around asking, I think she actually asked Joe Budden, I think, what was his magnum opus? And in addition to that, they were talking about someone else in particular. So to see that word now, and I have the option to read exactly what the definition is, I'm floored a little bit because I'm going to scroll over it and read the definition out loud. Because the way they said it, it seemed like this was the big one, like the big um project, the one that will solidify you. And it's like, that's it, that's all. Like, I think Michael Jackson's Bad was the article, not the article, the album that really solidified him permanently into history. So magnum opus is a masterpiece, or chief d'oeuvre is a creation that has been given much critical praise, especially one that is considered the greatest work of a person's career, or a work of outstanding creativity, skill, profundity, and workmanship. That is big. It's like when you make something like that, do you just stop trying so hard? What did it take for you to make that type of piece? Because every artist has that moment where that album or particular song is like, I'm done. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to say anymore. You don't have to work anymore. You won. You don't have to do anything else. This album is it. If you ever come out with something, I don't care. Even if it's a flop, whatever, I'm still